So let's talk about something. There's this story I was told my entire life, a story I'm guessing maybe you've been told too. It's about the feelings that live inside of us. And tonight, I want to talk about how I'm finally learning to rewrite that story. The moment I can remember, this was it. This was the narrative. At school, in relationships, you name it, the whole goal was always to fix it, to quiet it down, to somehow make it go away. It always felt like this constant buzzing flaw that I just had to get better at hiding. And then I found this workbook, and it asked a question that, honestly, it just stopped me in my tracks. What if this thing we've been taught our entire lives to fight isn't the enemy at all? What if it's been trying to tell us something incredibly important this whole time? Okay, but here's the thing. What's so interesting about this whole experience, it starts before you even read a single word. It actually starts with the cover. Look, as a neurodivergent woman, aesthetics aren't just a nice little bonus. They can literally be the difference between a book I can connect with and one that just feels like a wall of text. So many self-help books are so clinical, so beige. But this one, it's different. It's covered in these gorgeous, lush flowers and these elegant fonts. And that's really the key, isn't it? The design felt like a promise that the journey waiting inside would be handled with care, with beauty, and with real intention. And when you're about to dive into something as heavy as your own anxiety, that small promise of gentleness, it makes all the difference.
So, what is this journey? Well, the workbook is set up as this 30-day path to what it calls secure love. But it doesn't feel like a harsh deadline. It feels much more like an unfolding, a gentle process. The first week is kind of like a waxing crescent moon. It's this quiet, gentle beginning where you're just guided to notice things, to start identifying your triggers and your patterns, but without judging them, just observing. And then you move into the real heart of the work, and it's like a full moon just illuminating everything. This is where you actually start building real, tangible strategies. Like it might guide you through scripting out a tough conversation or figuring out your own non-negotiables in a relationship. It's where all the theory starts to meet real, everyday practice for creating healthier connections, especially the one you have with yourself. And that final week is all about integration. It's like a waning moon, a period of quiet reflection on everything you've learned. It completes the cycle and gets you ready to carry all this new understanding with you. There are two quotes in here that really anchor this whole experience for me. The first one is from Jay Shetty. The greatest prison we live in is the fear that we're not enough. Just let that sink in for a second. That feeling, it's the root of so much anxious attachment, isn't it? And the second one is this idea, we repeat what we don't repair. But, oh my God, that just hits so differently when you're a neurodivergent woman, right? Because we have been told our entire lives that we are the thing that needs repairing. This book totally reframes repair as self-understanding, not self-correction. And that is such a radical, incredible shift. Okay, so let's get to the part that really, truly changed everything for me. This is the heart of it all. This is the part I really want to talk about. For my entire life, my anxiety was always framed as this monster, this shadowy thing under the bed, something to be fought, something to be slain, to be overcome. Or if it wasn't a monster, it was just noise. It was this internal static that I was supposed to just push through, to ignore, to manage, so I could function in a world that wasn't really built for my brain. The message was always, make it smaller, quiet it down. But this workbook, it takes from Christine Langley-Obaugh's framework and it reframes the whole thing. It's not a monster, it's not noise, it's a companion. It's like this shimmering celestial guardian that actually deserves my attention, my care, and my understanding. And it all comes down to this one single transformative question. Instead of asking, how do I get rid of this feeling? It asks, what is your anxiety trying to protect you from? And as someone whose nervous system has always felt the world at a much higher volume, that question, it changed everything. My anxiety isn't a malfunction. It's been on guard duty for me my entire life. So for anyone who might be kind of new to this whole attachment style thing, think of it like your emotional home base. Anxious attachment often means your home base feels really unstable, like you're always worried people are going to leave. Avoidant can mean you build walls so high you don't let anyone in at all. This kind of work, it's all about renovating that home base so it finally feels safe and warm and really, truly secure. Now, I want to be 100% honest here because that's what this is all about.
There is one area where I think this workbook could be even stronger. That beautiful, intentional promise of the cover, it doesn't quite carry all the way through to the interior design. The charts and the exercises inside, they're fine, they're functional, but they're very plain. They're missing that same floral, whimsical energy. And for a neurodivergent reader, that kind of aesthetic cohesion really, really matters for staying engaged. When the outside invites you into a magical world, you just hope the inside looks like it too. A little more color, a little more visual breathing room, it would have made the whole experience just seamless.
So, what's the final word on this? What does it all really add up to?
I think the most crucial thing this workbook reminded me of is that emotional growth isn't a destination that you just arrive at one day. It's this ongoing process. This isn't some quick fix. It's a mirror. And sometimes a mirror that shows you a kinder reflection of yourself is exactly what you need to begin. It taught me that my anxiety doesn't have to be this awful burden. It can be a signal pointing me toward what needs healing. It can be a companion that's just trying to keep me safe. It can even be a teacher. And that brings me right back to the most important question of all. It's the one I want to leave you with tonight. So really think about it. What has your anxiety been trying so hard to protect you from all this time? I genuinely want to know what your answer is. If this resonated with you at all, please subscribe and join us. We're building a real community here for women who feel everything deeply and are finally refusing to apologize for it. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I absolutely cannot wait to read them.